Now, being the VA, of course, we don't have technology or anything. So are we still giving out those little horns? Is that how it works here? Because, that's how people think sometimes.
That's what people think.
And
yes.
I know better personally because, again,
yes.
I wear them and
yep.
I couldn't be happier. But you brought us a few
the way
things, and let's talk about
I
those.
brought a few examples. So the way we handle it in the VA is there are 5 companies that we deal with, 5 different manufacturers, and everything we fit is top of the line. We don't play around with in the private sector, you have to worry about, well, this one's a little less expensive, so we have to carry that. In the VA, we just go straight to the top of the line, so you're getting the latest and greatest in the technology. Right. And we've got various things depending on the situations you're in, depending on your hearing loss, of course, and even things like your manual dexterity. Oh. We look at different things like that. And so we have different kinds of hearing aids. There are 2 basic kinds. There's the kind that goes up behind the ear and the kind that goes in the ear. Okay. So the one up behind the ear, let me show you the big one first because it's easier to see. So this big hearing aid, this goes up in back of the ear, and then there's a tube that runs down and a thing that holds it in place.
Stabilizer, yes.
Stabilizer, yes, to channel the sound down into your ear and so the hearing aid doesn't fall off. The in-the-ear style is much smaller.
Oh, yeah.
It's custom made, so we take an impression of your ear so that it's going to fit you very nicely. I say that with confidence, but we sometimes have to modify.
Sure. Wow.
But we can. That's the good news. We can. They're both excellent styles of hearing aids. There are advantages and disadvantages to both. Some people find the single piece a little bit easier to work with as far as getting it in and out.
Sure.
The piece where there are 2, there's a piece in and a piece behind, sometimes a little trickier to get in. So especially someone with bad arthritis or an injured hand might have some trouble. As far as degrees of hearing loss, just about any degree of hearing loss can be fit with either.
So it's not so much one's better than the other. It's what's more comfortable or easier for someone to use.
Exactly. Okay. What's going to be more appropriate for you.
Sure.
Now, one of the big advantages recently, one of the biggest complaints we always heard was, changing those batteries is a pain in the neck.
Because they always go out in the middle of the meeting, or when you're driving somewhere and you don't have that, you have 15 spare sets in your car, and you're down to none all of a sudden.
And you're down to none. You've got no batteries with you. My dad, a veteran, World War II, I can't tell you how many times he would say, my hearing aid, my battery's dead. I said, okay, so pull out the one I told you to carry all the time.
And my father's the same boat.
Yep, same thing.
I started carrying his batteries.
Good for you.
Even with my hearing aids, when I got my second set, it was a different battery, a bigger one. So it's supposed to last longer. The new ones now are the plug-ins, but I would always carry a set from me and a set from my father because inevitably one or two
one
of us
of you was going to need a battery change always at the worst possible
moment.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, and they flip out of your hand and they go onto the heaviest piece of furniture in the room.
And that little piece flipping in and out was way too easy to break.
Way too easy to break. You get a hand, a little hand like this, no problem. You get a big hand, it's a problem. So our best advancement, which you already foreshadowed, is the rechargeable hearing aid. And these have been really popular. We can get them in both styles. In the behind the ear style, it's this little egg-looking thing. It plugs in. You drop the hearing aid in there at night, charges up, you're done. And you get...
And they pretty much run... now, I listen to audiobooks because I drive a lot.
Yeah.
So I can use my Bluetooth, which is a wonderful feature also. And I'll notice 6 o'clock at night, maybe about that time, probably 12, 13 hours into my day, I might start to lose them. But that's only if I've been listening to something for, like some cases, it's 4 hours on the road. Other than that, it's rare that mine run out before. I mean, even when I'm up in bed watching TV or whatever, they will go, and then when I put them away at night, they're fine. But I get a full day of charge. You get a full
day. If you're not streaming, you'll get 16 to 20 hours. Yeah. Good long time. If you're streaming, of course, it's a much greater demand on the battery, so the time goes down. But the chargers are also portable now. They carry 3 charges in them. So you don't have to have it plugged into the wall, and you could charge the hearing aids 3 times or, So that's even been an improvement exactly because of that. Because we stream your phone, we stream your audio and,
my books, my music, whatever
everything.
It's gonna be now.
Yep, everything. We stream the television in. We do one of the things that we fit with hearing aids. Sometimes a hearing aid all by itself isn't the complete answer.
Yes.
And so we have devices. This is a very nice little teeny tiny one.
I have one of those too.
You have one of these.
One of my favorites.
There you go. And you can use this to stream your TV, your stereo, your computer, anything you need. And look at the size of it. Yeah. It's teeny tiny. You can bring it with you and put it on the table, use it as a remote mic.
Yeah. That's what I find very in a group setting, especially, or at dinner table with multiple people, to have that in the middle and it fires off to whoever. So if you're talking to me, it shoots that way. If it's the person to my right, it's what a fabulous piece. And
it's a wonderful
And I'm not
thing.
Hearing 15 things around me like I typically would.
Absolutely.
And even with the hearing aids, it's still difficult to hear things sometimes.
It's still
like that.
difficult,
So
especially around a table, and you can't necessarily see everybody.
Right. We get back to again. I got to see your face when you talk to me.
We used to really say to them, okay, now you have to be very strategic about where you sit. With things like this, you still have to be a little strategic because the lip reading is always going to help no matter what. Yeah. But things like this can really help.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with those.
Yeah.
The disc
we
sits
love
in
them.
all sorts of places for me.
And this is just one manufacturer, one style. Yeah. All of the manufacturers have things like this, different shapes and sizes. And
we talked about Bluetooth.
Yep.
These are all Bluetooth capable
they
now,
are all
right?
Bluetooth capable.
So like you said, you can stream music, you can stream your TV nowadays. If you've got a smart TV, you can sync it. I have mine synced to my car.
Absolutely.
Everything. And so and people laugh at me because I will get up sometimes and start talking. What are you doing? I got a call. And I just touch my ear, basically. I push the button. I answer my call. My phone's still in my pocket. I don't even have to look.
You don't even have to pull it out. Yeah. And here's the best thing. It streams to both ears.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Which makes it so much easier to hear. Yep. So it's, that's been a wonderful improvement is the Bluetooth. And there are so many things we can do with it. And it's terrific. On top of that, every manufacturer has an app that you put on your phone.
Yes.
And you can use that app for changing programs. You can use it just as a volume control.
Right,
so you're not doing this. Yeah. You just, they think you're checking your email and you're turning up your hearing aid. Or you switch it to a different program because we can program them for, say you're in a quiet environment, we set it wide open so you get everything. Yeah. Face-to-face like this, it narrows down so that it's only focused on you. Yep. And that can be very helpful.
Oh, yes. Again, all these things I experience, and you're right. They're game changers. It's amazing.
They really are.
For somebody that hasn't done it, I would tell them, in a heartbeat, go out and try this out, because I remember the first time when she fitted me, and I sat there with them, and she, got on her computer and lit everything up, and I think she went behind me and rustled some paper, and I was like, "Oh my word!"
What is that?
Yeah, I think even going back to my office, somebody'd opened a bag of chips. I don't think I'd heard a crinkling like that
absolutely.
in years. And again, you just don't realize the loss of hearing that you're experiencing until something like this comes back. One of the other things I've heard from vets, I didn't like them. And I always say, did you go back to have them refitted? Did you go back to ask them? And again, I encourage them all the time. No, don't, because there's veterans out there that just because we're stubborn, nope, they didn't work, and they
didn't work, and in the drawer they go.
Yep.
And that's a shame because if it's not working or if it's uncomfortable, give us a call. Now here's an advancement that we've had. It was around, but during COVID, it has exploded. I can program your hearing aids at home from my office at the VA.
That's amazing. Right?
So you call me up and say, sounds awful. Okay, log into this, log into that. Let me see what I can do. And we can get it fixed.
Now, do you see what they're experiencing kind of, or is it, I mean...
You do. You see what you're doing for the programming, and then we're usually doing it over the VVC, the Veterans Video Connect. I can never think of what that means. And so I can see you. Yeah. And at the beginning, the hardest thing was to get them to hold it in front of the camera. Say, my hearing aid is broken. Okay, well, let me see it. And they'd go like this. No, higher. So it was interesting. Yeah. But it works well. Now, I will tell you that veterans are a group who want to come in and visit with you in person. They really don't want to do it over the video, and they can do that too.
Yeah, and that's great. The options are there for them, and I think that makes a big difference. And again, you've spoken to it. We're not using yesterday's technology. This stuff is. I've got friends. My father's a prime example because he refuses to go and get them elsewhere. He goes to Beltone or whoever and does his thing, and his are now probably 5-6 years old.
Right.
Oh my God! The differences between then and what I'm using, and
what you're using is,
but he's happy.
And a lot of times, if they're happy, leave them alone.
Correct, right? Can you hear me? More or less. Okay, I'll just get in front of you and talk to you then.
Exactly.
So we've done it. We've gone for another follow-up visit even because something didn't work right, and you've got me fixed up and going. 2 or 3 years down the road, should I expect am I coming in annually to be checked up on, or how does it work?
So different audiologists will handle that in different ways. So in general, hearing changes very slowly. So you really only need to be tested every 2 or 3 years. Now, sometimes I'll see somebody and they've had a big change in the last 2 or 3 years. So I'll say, I want you back in a year. Let's see what's really happening here. So generally every 2 or 3 years, which syncs up nicely with the 3-year warranty that you get on the hearing aid. I see. So at the end of the 3 years, if it's still working fine, you continue on with it. If it's not quite right anymore, we'll get you new ones. So at that point, a new hearing test, see exactly where you are, what might have changed, what did you like, what didn't you like, and we can move you forward.
And what do you do with that old set?
Most often, if it's still working, you hang on to it as your backup.
Right. So they'll kind of clean them up for you.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's why I went there with that. Because that's what I've done. Now I've got a second set.
You've got a backup set.
Yeah. Typically, when I travel, I take my spare with me, and I leave my others at home. And it just works out well. But that's, again,
it's perfect.
Who's doing that?
Yeah.
Nobody else out in town is saying, here, let's just give you another pair, and we'll give you the old ones.
And you keep these ones, and and even as you're coming in, if the hearing aid gets full of wax, you have to change the little wax guards. You have to this and that. They get full of wax. You come on in, an audiologist or one of our health techs will see you, clean the hearing aid. It'll be just like new. We'll replace the receiver if we need to. We'll replace the domes or the molds or whatever we need to do so that we keep you in functioning hearing aids.
And I can order some of those things myself, right? I can go to my Healthy Vet.
You can go.
Or is it?
It's not actually through my Healthy Vet. Yeah. You go, or actually, you know what? You've caught me with something I don't know the answer to.
We'll leave that alone then. Let's cut that part out.
Usually, so what happens is when you get the stuff in the mail, it comes with a little paper that tells you how to order it, and you go online and do it, or you mail the paper in. And we have a substantial number of usually the older crowd who are not quite up to doing that. And so they call us, we order it, goes. We don't even try and fiddle with that. We just say, no problem. I just ordered you some. They'll be coming to the house in a few days.
Yeah, I think I emailed Denver. Somebody, there's a woman in Denver. Now we've become friends. And I just, hey, I need,
I need this.
Yep, I need this size dome with the open port, whatever it is. And it's good because it just makes it easier.
Makes it so
that's one
easy.
Less visit I've got to come into, and I'm fine with that. But I agree too. And I'm being one of the older ones nowadays.
As I'm reaching that age.
Sometimes I do like going and get service that way. And I found that if I've ever had a problem, I've been able to walk in and because they do a walk-in clinic in many of them,
right,
for just those reasons.
Yep.
And it's like, I don't know, it's just not working today.
It's just
it keeps
not
going
working.
out, and they'll take it. They'll go out for 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it takes.
Absolutely.
And either they bring it back to me or they say, we're going to have to mail it in. Have you got your backup pair? Well, yes, I do. Okay,
There
we're
you go.
all set.
You're all set.
And so they do. They make it easy, and it's not complicated whatsoever. It's come in and see us, right?
Come in and see us. Tell us what's wrong. Tell us what's going on. Give a call. We have our, the people who answer the phones in audiology departments know what questions to ask. Good. And that way they can figure out whether you need a new hearing test and new hearing aids, whether you've probably just got some wax. So let's have you come in and have the tech clean it out. Or, maybe you need to see an audiologist and do some more programming.
Very good. Any last parting things you'd like to pass on?
I don't think so. I think we hit on just about everything. We can do things to help with all of the devices. We mentioned that. We can help you out with communication strategies, with the ringing and the buzzing and the clicking and all the rest of it. And we'll get you hearing aids that you like.
Well, that's wonderful. And you do. You folks do a fantastic job. Again, speaking from experience, I couldn't be happier with what I've been given from the VA.
That's what we hear. And I can tell you, I was in the private sector for a number of years, and it was good. But there was a lot of contentiousness sometimes. The veterans are so grateful.
That's right.
We get you some hearing aids, and you guys are so happy. So we feel wonderful at the end of every day.
Because most of the time we found out what they cost out in town, and
right.
we're like, wow. And
they're saying, a lot of them will say to me, how much is this going to cost me? And I will say, nothing. Yeah. No. And that's wonderful.
Well, thank you very much for coming in and spending time with us and explaining this piece of the VA that others don't seem to understand sometimes. So we like that it's made clear, and we'll talk to you again sometime, I'm sure, about some other things. So thanks again very much. For those of us here at the SITREP, we thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
You have questions? We have answers. The SITREP is your trusted source for veterans benefits information with expert analysis and interviews with leaders from the field. To find past shows, podcasts, and other content, search #TheSITREP on YouTube.